It's a Bitcoin podcast. The only one that's making your money is you. Listen to the Bitcoin podcast. So hold on and listen to the Bitcoin podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Bitcoin podcast. I'm the host that talks first. My name is Dimitri.
Host number 2, Dr. Corey Petty.
And host number 3, Jesse.
Deep voice Jesse. Deep voice
Do me a
Jesse.
favor, Jesse. Could you sing this for me? My darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe.
No,
It's
no,
very
I
white.
cannot.
It's very white. Okay.
Chocolate rain.
Which is very appropriate because if you see the title of today's show, providing more clarity and core, because I can't spell, is your love doctor.
Thanks for that.
I really should have put a Y, but it still kind of works because some people say, "Oh, he spells Corey exotically."
So my pet name
Corey,
for my previous lovers has been Core. So we just go with that. That works.
nice. Tell you what, we're gonna stop. Tell you what, we're gonna stop faking the funk. Like this is the place that you go for absolutely drop dead crypto news and crypto updates. Okay, that's not what we do here. We talk about whatever we want to talk about.
Be right back.
Yeah,
I'm still here. I'm listening.
we're gonna graze in crypto, but we're gonna talk about whatever it is that we want to talk about. Why? Because it's our show. So if you're not into, 3 good friends sitting around hamming it up every week, then this isn't the show for you. But if you're trying to get fake crypto updates, go on over to CoinDesk, go on over to all those guys. They're gonna sprinkle some chicken bones in a pan, and then they're gonna tell you a bunch of stories and lie to you about what's going on in the crypto market. And then you're gonna feel good about your crypto token that you purchased that you think is a stock, but it's not a stock.
I don't know if that's
You don't
still
really know
happens.
anything about crypto. Everybody who breathes air and isn't in crypto thinks that tokens are stocks. There is no,
No, I mean, like,
difference.
are there still a bunch of podcasts like shilling a bunch of garbage? Because I thought, like, I don't watch crypto media.
Well, the garbage has elevated now. It's more like garbage deep fried in elegance. Like it's just like CoinDesk sits up there and they're like, oh, the market's gonna respond to Ford said crypto in a meeting today.
So I'm gonna be
And you're
on.
just like,
I'm gonna be on. I'm going on a media spree here coming up. Like next week, I think I'm gonna be on Bankless, and I'm gonna be on Lauren Shin's podcast.
oh, word?
Unchained.
Yeah. Talk about the state of privacy.
Can you do me a favor and ask Laura Shin
This is gonna go.
what
well.
her absolute favorite bulgogi recipe is?
Bulgogi.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see what I can do. I'll bring it up. I'm gonna do it with
And-
Oscar. I'll give it for Oscar.
Do it really confidently because I'm not sure if he's
Wait.
Korean.
You're doing it with Oscar?
Yeah,
Nice. Told me I said hi.
I will.
Oscar de la Hoya. So, anyways, we're going to talk a little bit about crypto regulations because those are so hot right now. And then we're going to talk about whatever we want. In the crypto regulatory world, a lot of stuff is being pork barreled into the bills for crypto. Pop quiz, gentlemen. What does pork barreling mean?
I don't know the
Stuff.
origin of that phrase, but it means throwing a bunch of extra in.
You got it. The bill was only supposed to provide us with a regular size Pop Tart, and now we're getting a triple stuffed. A lot of stuff thrown in there. There was one that like banned senators and congresspeople and anyone in office from trading crypto.
What?
That was very cool.
That was
And
this
then
week?
also, yeah, that was this week. And
Yeah, there was a
also
bill
ban them.
banning Congress members from trading while in
Yep.
in office or whatever.
I
But
don't
the
see
thing
that
is,
anywhere
there's
in
no.
It's right up.
It's not. I don't know if it's part of Clarity, is it? I think it's its own thing.
I think it's part of Clarity. I think there was another one, Jesse, where they banned them from trading stocks.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they snuck it in.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that, like, but it's not prohibiting them from holding whatever the positions that they already have.
Yep. So the only thing about the ban that I like to is it doesn't allow politicians to issue their own cryptocurrency.
Oh, like Trump has done 14,000 times? No way. I'm asking about that.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like, I wish that I were living in that level of society where I could, like, you know what? I want to do something very visibly illegal for a long time, but not illegal because it hasn't been defined on that platform. And then, as once it is illegal, I'm just going to stop doing it because I've already made my riches. But anyways, yeah, they're supposed to vote on the Clarity Act on July 27th, which supposedly is going to provide a lot of clarity to the crypto regulatory field in America, which tends to, whether you like it or not, lead the world. So everybody's getting all pumped about it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of those sell the news type things.
All right, I got some clarity on the Clarity Act here about
drop it 2020. Drop that vision.
This is, once again, I'll use the same disclaimer that Claude is giving me. Claude is AI and can make mistakes. Please double check cited sources. No citations here, so good luck. Actually banned in effect on April 30th. The Senate unanimously passed a rule barring senators and their staff from trading on prediction markets like Kalshi and Polymarket, effective immediately, following trading in event contracts involving death or violence. That's real, already binding. Proposed, not passed. Senator Ossoff tried to go further on June 23rd, asking unanimous consent to pass a resolution banning senators from buying or selling publicly traded stocks or cryptocurrency, effective January 1st of next year. Cynthia Loomis objected, so it didn't pass. Separately, the Senate Homeland Security Committee earlier advanced the Ethics Act, which would ban members of Congress, the president, and VP from purchasing stocks and crypto with full divestiture by 2027. Ooh, that's a big one. But that's committee passage, not a floor vote or law. Different provision entirely. The current Clarity Act draft, as of July 22nd, that's yesterday, would ban presidents and other federal officials from issuing or sponsoring cryptocurrency and other digital assets. That's about officials launching their own tokens, aimed squarely at the Trump meme coin situation, not about trading existing ones. So, prediction market trading is banned for senators now. General stock and crypto trading is not. It's been proposed multiple times this year and keeps stalling. There's your straight dope as per AI.
Thank you, sir. First of all, what I want to say, Corey, is that you could be the best news anchor of all time, or correspondent. You could be a pretty good correspondent. Let me tell you something. Do me a favor.
Right?
This is Dr. Petty on the scene, providing you crypto. No, I'm kidding.
The straight dope.
Yeah, that's straight dope. So the regulations are the regulations. All this does kind of feed into the time where crypto is bleeding into people's everyday regular lives. It is getting awfully easy to spend USDC on the internet, that is for sure. So yeah, it is also cool staking your USDC and making Bitcoin from the staking of USDC. That is neat. That is neat. I enjoy that. I don't know, Jesse. What do you think about all those regulations? I think last week's show you made it pretty damn clear. We don't need no, what's the words? Regulation. Is that the words? We don't need no regulation.
Education.
Education. There we go. Maybe I'll do a remix. Hey, teachers. Leave those kids alone. No, what do you think about all this, Jess? My man just put the biggest amount of food in his mouth. And I'm eating soup. Like, we don't even care, bro. We don't care.
This French toast is awesome. French toast bananas Foster.
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah. Everything's getting co-opted.
It really is.
Yeah.
And like, so like I've been doing a lot of research. I mean, like, as a part of Logos and my general job title work, I've been doing a lot of research and looking and like trying to form this idea on like how to do privacy and why all privacy sucks. And I think this streams back to my efforts doing security and why security sucks. And like, the one thing that the blockchain secured did a good job of securing it, but the way in which it secured it created a surveillance economy. All the money that's made is in archiving data and then selling it, or linking it, creating a graph out of that data and then selling it. And it has nothing to do with the one thing that blockchains do well, which is basically make sure that once something's in the blockchain, it doesn't change. But like, the life cycle of a transaction is so much more than that. And so I wrote this article that goes through the entire life cycle of a transaction, and then how at each one of the points in which, like, all the process of a transaction and how that corresponds to the technology you use, it's all leaky. And there's a market around every single one of those leaks. And so like, having a privacy solution on a blockchain today does fucking nothing. And if you try and stop one of the leaks, the money just moves elsewhere. You just route around it. So unless you stop all of them, nothing will change. It's so disheartening.
I don't think that's anything. Yeah, it is. But hey, I can never say I didn't give it a good shot when it comes to crypto. I can, like, if time goes by and, you know, crypto's popularity grows and people over the years stumble upon our little show, there's going to be episodes in there where people know I cared a lot and I wanted it to be great. And that's all that really matters. Now I can go be great. But yeah.
So like, I mean, to be fair, the one thing I did come into conclusion on is like, if there's nothing to be done and you don't really care, there's a lot of money to be made in archiving data and then selling it.
Really?
Yeah. There's such
seems like someone that would.
There's such an asymmetry, seems like someone in data availability. Like the cost of de-anonymizing somebody has drastically reduced and continues to reduce, while the process of keeping yourself private continues to be difficult, or worse, or harder.
Mm-hmm. It seems like something that an archivist would like to do.
I don't think that's the point of Jesse's project.
Nope.
He's not looking at the screen, so it doesn't matter. And I was trying to make faces.
Hopefully somebody is.
But
I can hear what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You sometimes you got to hear and see, because I was. But anyways, oh yeah. What kind of French toast was that? Was it? What
you just drink only bottled water?
Like vanilla French toast. No, I have been drinking bottled water because it's just right here.
Yeah. You're such a creature of convenience.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're drinking alcohol because the bottle's right there. Yeah, I'm drinking water because the bottle's
I made this
right behind me.
And I put mint in it and I mixed it.
Oh, that's effort. Never mind.
I put effort into making this glass. I don't have like bottle O whiskey that I just like poured out of, like pulled next to my desk.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought that's what that's from. Well, I squirted a little bit of Mio in this thing. Does that count? Is that effort?
There you go. That's effort. It's flavor.
Okay.
How you been, Jesse? What you been up to?
I've been rushing, getting this gym app ready to go into, I guess, distribution, start scaling to multiple gyms. And so that
How's
just
that work
means
for you, right? So like I've seen some dashboards, some pictures. So like I know that
Mhm.
you're leveraging AI significantly to build this thing.
Mhm.
What's been like the biggest unknown you've had to figure out as you've done this to get to a point of like, oh, this is a thing people need to depend on and can't fuck up?
Wait, sorry, rephrase your question.
What's the biggest gotcha or like something you've had to learn as you've built this thing out that
All the users have different gotchas. That's the gotcha. And so trying to build an app that caters to everybody's got, like for instance, if you're plus 40, there's a chance that you can't fucking see your phone, or you don't even habitually, like from a behavioral standpoint, use your phone like that.
Bro, it's so
If you're like
real.
60 plus, then you probably don't use your phone if you're at the gym. Like if you see the gym class schedule, you ask for a paper printout. So like you got boomers out here still using paper, and demanding paper instead of going like, fucking save the trees, like just use the fucking app. But yeah,
I
don't
can't
know.
see it though. I'm at that age, bro, where I have to hold my phone at a specific
he's doing
distance
it.
or I can't see it.
D's at that age.
I'm 40.
I'm 40.
I literally,
I'm almost 42. I can see everything. What are you fucking talking about?
if my phone is here, I cannot see what's on the phone. I have to hold it
Don't
right
put your
here.
phone there. Who's putting their phone in their eyeballs?
Well, I mean, sometimes I'm watching movies.
Who's doing this?
Some people do that. Mm-hmm. They
What are you
do
talking
that.
about?
Truly.
Some people
Yeah.
get all up in their phone, bro. When you got
Some
8K
people do
videos
that.
playing on your phone,
And say,
sometimes you got to get up
Yeah.
in there.
it's just wild, and I had to do accessibility features because of that. But yeah.
So then my question to you, Jesse, is
Yeah.
how do you get people to use their phone at the gym? Because I'm a person who does not use my phone at the gym. Even though I see it'd be cool. Like I go to Planet Fitness and I see I can
Yeah.
scan the QR code and it's going to track my workouts or whatever. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't care. I can just keep track of my reps. I don't need this app. Right? Like, how do you get people to use their phone at the gym?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Because in terms of signups, there's like 102 or 100 something signups. But in terms of people who follow through with installing the app, there are frictions with doing prototype app stores. Like for instance, on the Apple ecosystem, they have test flight. So it's like another point of friction. So like when you're doing any sort of product development, you want to decrease time to onboarding to like near zero, right? Obviously that's not possible to get to zero, but you want them to not feel any friction at all, regardless of the demographic. So the fact that old people, they install test flight asks them to redeem a code for the app, they don't think to check the email. In the email, there's a link at the bottom.
Sure.
People can't follow instructions. Yeah, they don't read, they don't follow instructions. So the process has to be like stupid simple. Yeah, you can't lose them at any point along the way. Even attracting attention to something like signing up for a free gym app is already hard.
That's why web apps, like progressive web apps, got their heyday, because like you can just skirt all that shit with a browser.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
So like, you know what a progressive web app is, D?
I know what web apps are, and that's what I typically try to build because of that.
So
I
like
can
basically a
skirt all
progressive
that.
web app is something that like runs in the browser, but you get to like go install it so it feels like an application, but it's really just an extended browser.
Interesting. That's going to be my next trick. Thank you, sir. Just gave me a
PWA, progressive web app. Look into it.
Stick that right there in my pocket, baby.
I
stick
just
that
got
right-
more valuable.
Just stick
Dude, he
that
is
right
like-
in my
he is like-
pocket.
D is straight milking these fucking boomers, man. He's running around with this quad,
Let me
being like, "Look at this dashboard I made."
tell you something. There is that cavern between, I think we showed that image last week or the week before, of how many people are refusing to learn AI and then how many people use it, have the $20 account, and then how many people are going hard body. There's not a lot of people going hard body. So there's infinite opportunity for you if you are hungry and you can solve problems. you are going to do very well in the new coming fourth industrial revolution. That being said,
it's a really interesting time right now where like if you're able to use this stuff, you can get a lot done because like to be clear, like I would like to I think I'm in the top. I'll throw some hubris out here. I'm in the top like 0.1% of like skilled AI users.
You built some stuff.
You're probably in the like top 1 to 2%.
Probably, I'd say
Everyone
that.
else,
That's fair.
like not even thinking. They're still not even thinking about it.
Nope.
We're just steeped in a bunch of fucking nerd culture that it feels like everyone's doing this, but no one is doing this. Like I've been out in the real world, but I gave some AI slop to somebody like this is fucking gold, and so like it scares me a lot because it's not gold. And anyone can do that if they tried, and they're gonna soon.
But people don't understand the 80-90% rules.
The Pareto effect,
right? Not the Pareto effect. That's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting 80% there gets you really far.
True, but you
getting 90% there is probably all you ever need. No. You don't have to finish it. You don't have to finish it. And let me tell you why. You want to tell me I'll tell you for an absolute fact.
This is like, I feel like this is like what's taught to consultants. It's like the best consultant pitch ever. Don't finish anything. Give it to them and walk away. Start something fresh.
But what I'm saying is that, like, think about the world where we live in, where video games can sell you an unfinished game and then make you subscribe to it, and then they slowly finish it as you play it and pay them more money.
Yeah, but that's like Cory Doctorow's process of like in-shitification. Like, then no one's happy. Like,
I don't know. They're spending a lot of money on video games to not be happy.
Yeah, because they want to be happy, and then they do it, and they fucking bitch, and they're not happy. I remember playing, like, every game I played growing up was so good. And now I don't play games anymore because they're not that good.
It wasn't, and it was undone. And they would just release it because the public was none the wiser. And then they started doing things like, let's get an expansion pack and give them that extra stuff that we built but couldn't throw in the game.
Diablo.
And then they were like, well, yeah. And then they were like, well, wait a second. Let's start doing this DLC stuff for all the stuff that we didn't finish, but let's make them pay for us almost being finished.
I don't know. Jesse, you're into the microtransaction world and markets around those. Do you think it's a accurate depiction?
Are you alive? They're still chugging along. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But they're chugging along because there's nothing else. There's no alternative.
That might also be true. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, could you make a game now that's self-contained, that's just good by itself and make money? Be successful? Or do you have to have this shit like DLC and microtransactions and an ongoing strategy change market and leaderboards and seasons and all this shit?
I mean, that surely is the meta, so it must work financially speaking.
Of course it works financially
otherwise
speaking.
Everybody, I mean,
but like I'm talking about player satisfaction.
Yeah. I don't know
there's markets for both.
I think players are spoiled today, honestly. Like, people are bitching about how ray tracing is like it's too heavy, GPU wise, and the effect that you get has been no different since like 2010. And it's like,
is this like competitive games or like
bitch, we
came fun games?
This is like anything with like rich graphics. So mostly like single player RPGs, not necessarily like PvP games. Yeah, open world shit like Red Dead Redemption or stuff like that with like ultra high quality texture mod packs or whatever.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. People just think we just came from Tetris like fucking 40 years ago or whatever. Like chill.
Pixelated. It wasn't pixelated art. That's just what it was.
Yeah,
dude, that Tetris documentary was dope. I watched it, loved it. I wish they made documentaries on all games. I watched the
Tom's game was
GoldenEye
pretty dope. I like
documentary.
Tom's game.
Oh, loved it. Loved it. I watched the GoldenEye documentary. I watched the Mortal Kombat documentary recently. Thought it was awesome how they got actual actors in there. So that
Do you
was
remember
really
when
cool.
we interviewed, like for a while, like a good while, we were super excited about NFTs and games on the blockchain
Mhm.
and how it was going to like revolutionize gaming and the markets associated with like assets within the game.
Yeah.
We were so excited. We were so dumb.
I
And
really was excited. I was excited.
I was really, because I was always into the idea, because like every single time you ever tried to mix economies in games, it like ruined it. It ruined all the economies simultaneously, because like
Yeah.
there's this general effect that like if a money has more use cases, you like drastically alter the equilibrium, and you end up creating very asymmetric strategies for people to get rich and then take advantage in one game by doing something simple in a different game, right? And you mix the economies of these things.
Mhm.
So like gold farm in World of Warcraft and like buy the best thing you can in some game that it's connected to or some shit like this, right?
Yeah.
And like that's just the general effect. And I don't know. Like it's
waiting.
It's funny to watch all the lessons we already knew. Us just like walk through them every single time without through this whole crypto narrative.
You know what I'd love to happen for a game? It would be a very expensive game. It would be about $10 billion to $15 billion to make. But it is the game of all games. For any type of game you like playing, you could play it and it all intertwines. You like first-person shooters? Well, then you're like the battle soldier dude, and you're fighting on the battles. You like, what's it called?
I don't know, but I remember like there was one part of it where like you're the RTS person.
Yeah, like if you like real-time strategy.
Or you could be the person, one of the grunts
Star
on
Citizen.
the field receiving orders from the person doing the real-time strategy. Like it had all the levels. This is made. I forgot what it's called. I guarantee it was made.
There's
one, but
there's a
wasn't
Star
very
Wars
good.
game I think that does that, and then there's also is it Star Citizen? Is that the one?
That sounds.
There's one cat.
Star
There's about
Citizen is
three
the
guys.
FPS.
There's 3 guys religiously listening to us right now every week. If you're hearing this and you know what that video game is, please leave a comment. I'm not going to give you anything, but just please leave a comment. I'd love to know. Yeah. We don't get many live listeners. We get a few hundred not live listeners. But I'm gonna love when I'm old and I can tell the stories to my kids where I'm like, back in the day, I used to get 100,000 listeners a month. It was oh my god. And then that's it. That's how I'm gonna sound when I'm old, by the way. Apparently like a Disney character. Yeah. I would say my trials and tribulations building AI implementations and tools for mid to very large market businesses is that when in the world of business, there's not a lot of much care about the how, and there's a whole lot of care about the get shit done, make things move. So there's usually about 1 to 2 people in the organization that care about the how. It's usually a tech guy and a very cautious manager.
So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to mirror this with my experience earlier this week in one of my engagements that I've
Okay.
had.
So there's a tech guy and a cautious manager that are always like, well, how is that built? And that's when you educate yourself enough on the things that you build with AI to pass it past those guys. And they're like, but did you think about this? I'm like, no, I didn't think about that, but do you really think that would help? And they're like, yeah, of course it would help. All you got to do is do this. And then you're like, I got you, bitch. I just tricked you into fixing my shit to give right back to you, right? And so then the managers, however, are usually going to be like, well, at least let's come up with a plan to implement it and make sure people are trained up. And that's when you respond with, well, when I build these tools, I can include a how-to and an interactive guide, and it's a tab within the tool for them to learn how to use the tool. Anytime they click, the screen will darken and the mouse will take them to what they need to click on. And they're like, you did that? And I'm like, yeah, I did that. And so it's like, like you just release it. And then the small things
You're going to get burned so fucking bad.
You can overcome the small things by just keeping locked in, and also like making sure you're not building anything. Like, don't build a rocket ship. Just build very simple things, and don't build things that are going to cause a lot of issues. Like, and you can pretty much do a lot of, you can add a lot of value to a company just by not building anything that's going to explode in and on itself. Use JavaScript libraries that are notoriously safe. Check if they're still safe, like that stuff like that. If they're safe, do inline so they don't need to reach out to a CDN. Try to avoid CDNs as much as you can. Like, there's little things that like I've learned quickly to build these really impactful tools for businesses, and they work. And
I mean, if you can
they're
give people
paying a lot of money.
information about, like, that's the main thing. If you can surface information they're not getting, then you're probably doing a pretty good job. The moment you start
That's it.
altering process and then building tools that are critical for that process, it becomes much more difficult.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't try to go in and build an ERP for somebody. Just take the data. Take the data they're creating.
Let me walk you through the engagement I just recently had. I'm not going to say who it was or what they do, but it involves, they use a CRM. They use it's called HubSpot, really popular CRM that does a bunch of marketing.
Super popular.
Big, it's a big one, right? And I'm going in there to fix some like issues they have with their process, their tech stack, and how they want to bring new clients into their firm. And then I was like, all right, let's back off. Like, I can fix these little issues. These are not difficult things to fix based on how I see your company running and the software you use. What's your like big goal, your ideal dream? And so I'm sitting with their CEO who owns the firm, and basically like what has ended up becoming like the IT person, tech person on like operations, on how the things actually work. And he starts talking, and he's like, he only talks about the experience. He's like, I want to do this, and I want it to do this. He's an end user. He just wants to, he's walking me through a user story of how he wants to engage with the software he uses. And every single time he says something, the operations person was like, how does that work? He's like, I don't give a fuck how that works. Stop asking me that question. Just do it. It's so like, you have these two different people of like, I need to understand the ins and outs of this thing and to make sure that it scales. And you have the person who's doing the thing that gives zero fucks about that. And the person who gives zero fucks about that is usually the one with the money.
Yes. It's typically the one who decides what happens.
And I was like, listen, funny enough, her name also Corey. And so we have this like group of Corys figuring stuff out. It's like, Corey, I'm going to need you to just not ask questions throughout this entire thing so I can listen to him. We'll talk later. I'll answer your questions. And so he went through his whole spiel, and none of it's hard. It's like, but also, to be fair, a lot of what it is exactly what you're saying. Is like, you're just surfacing information in a way that is difficult for them to see at this point.
It's very difficult, right?
It's funny how much, like, if you think about the tech landscape, and most of it is like software as a service, but as a business, you have like 6 of these things. And as a business, you then have to like log in and do a bunch of shit in a bunch of different places.
Yep. Do you know why though?
And the glue is never good.
Nope. I can tell you why. I've been doing this for a while now. It is because they get one software and they don't know how to use it, because the guy with the money told them to get it because they said it was going to fix one problem. And then when they fix that one problem, they go to the next one and they don't know how to fix it. They don't know how to do it.
Looking at the things they have to see if that fixes the problem.
So then they get another piece of software to fix that second problem. And then like, okay, we got those 2 problems fixed. And they work with the first thing, but they don't work with each other. But cool, it works. We're still making money, and we scaled a little bit. We took on some more clients. Then there's a third problem. And then they get another piece of software to solve the third problem.
Because there's a company that is pitching them on, I fixed this fucking problem.
And then all of those softwares are trying to get them in one ecosystem, their ecosystem. So they're constantly being pulled in different directions to get into these different ecosystems when all they need is one nerdy, chubby black dude to come in and say, just use that one and learn how to do all this other stuff. And while we're learning how to do all the other stuff, I'm going to build you some really easy HTML tools to fill the gaps. And then we're going to fire all those other pieces of software and just use these two. And they're like, oh my God.
Doing this, it's hilarious how true that is.
That is it. That is
like,
all businesses.
Like you said HubSpot. HubSpot is a huge.
It is good. People don't know how to use it.
They won't use it. They won't dig in.
Nope. Money. Just money. Like there's piles of money being left on the ground in America. And like you could just go walk and pick them up. If you're like, hey, did you guys see that pile of money? And they're like, we never saw that. And you're like, well, there it is. I'll tell you what, because I found it. Can I have like 10% of it? And they're like, yeah, sure, no problem. Oh, yeah. That's pretty much how it works. So, but anyways, yeah, it is exciting. And when this does explode in my face and I run into a problem that I can't fix, I'm going to eject.
It's
like
going to make
Goose
such a good story on the show where me and Jesse laugh.
I'm going to eject like Goose couldn't in Top Gun, baby. I am out. So they're going to be like, where's that Dimitri guy go? Like he couldn't, but I'm actually going to eject.
Like that's not a good.
I'm going to eject like Goose could not. I'm out. No, I'm not building anything that's going to get me in trouble. I've definitely made sure that I did CYAs. So
enough of our questions have rubbed off on you, where you're like, okay, I shouldn't build that.
More like the crucible of learning I have to do being you guys as friends. Like as the audience, let me take you through a journey of having Jesse and Corey be probably your two best friends in life. And this is how it goes. I'll be like, hey Jess, is this possible? And it'll be like, Google that shit, bitch. I got time for you. Learn, motherfucker. And I'm like, okay, all right. I appreciate it, man. I hope you're having a good day. So then I go and I do some. It is very much like 80s Jean-Claude Van Damme movie where I'm like, hey, I'd like to learn some kickboxing. You're like, here's the deal. I don't give a fuck about you. Go out there and kick that fucking tree, and then you'll be ready to talk to me, bitch. After you kick that tree 1,000 times. Yeah, after you've done that, and I see that your bones are built up, you can come back and fucking talk to me. And I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I guess I'll go
and then
kick
you go
this tree.
Kick the tree, and then you go, and then you go realize, oh shit, this tree's hard.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like the trying to
trees? He's been kicking trees this whole time.
Like my logic works like this. This is why I've probably gotten kind of far in life, because I'll be like, man, I've easily watched 20,000 hours worth of movies. I can build one. And so I was like, so that's a great idea. Yeah. So I'll start and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. I'll learn a little bit more. And then when I get to the point where I'm like, oh, damn, that's the tough part.
That's hard.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's going to be difficult. All right. Time to not do that anymore.
I'm going to go inside.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So anyways, so for you listening, we know a lot more of you listen than watch, and that's okay. Nobody likes to watch three talking heads talk except for boomers, right? I mean, that's what.
Look at me. I'm such a handsome.
That's what 24. You are a handsome dude. I'll give that to you. No homo. Oh, you can't say no homo anymore.
Why not?
I think it's
still a thing.
Yeah, but you can't say no homo as a joke because it's mean to homosexuals.
Is it?
I think you can say no Diddy, but that means a lot. That implies a lot. Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry, audience, for burping like that. Yeah. So if you tune into the Bitcoin podcast, this show is called that because we had it first and we're not giving it up. And the website is pretty dope. thebitcoinpodcast.com. So if you actually have like a really dope Bitcoin podcast and you want this URL, we're going to take at a minimum $9 million for that. That's 3 for each of us, and we'll part with it. I guarantee you we will. I guarantee you we will part with it. It won't even be any skin off my back, baby. All right, you can have this
We got
bad boy
hash
for
brown
$9 million.
background. We can take that. It's fine.
Yeah, like you can have this, thebitcoinpodcast.com for $9 million, all yours. But until then, this is our shit, and we will talk about what we want to, a little bit of crypto, a lot of
Hey,
bit
we
of
talked
us
about
just
Clarity
kinda-
Act. We talked about some regulation. They can suck
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, we passed the test. If you run the transcript through something, you'll find all the crypto stuff you didn't even care to use anyways. Like you're gonna do anything with it. You're not doing anything with that.
I talked about the transaction
All
life
right.
cycle, privacy. We're good.
Yeah. Nobody's doing anything with that information. I realized just today, my dad watched the news for entertainment. He didn't care to be informed. What's he gonna do? What was he gonna do? Run for? Was he gonna be a judge? Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. Everybody just wants to be entertained. I hope you were entertained.
We're a bunch of cynical assholes who've been through the ringer. Like in crypto.
We've been through like 5 bear markets. We're over this shit. Okay,
We've done,
we're over this
done
shit.
things. We
Yeah.
got stories. And
Yep.
you need to ask
All
questions
right.
if you wanted us to pull them out. Otherwise, we'll go fuck.
Yeah. Shout out to Zoe Saldana. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm the one of the three of us that does not love you anymore because I have a wife and I don't want to disrespect her, but I appreciate your existence. So shout out to Zoe Saldana. And you guys got any shout outs? Shout out to my wife. What do you got?
Toy Story 5. That was not a bad movie.
Toy Story 5?
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to boomers that can't use phones because you're making Jesse's life interesting every week. I'm pretty sure he's doing some deep sighs. Real deep sighs, bro.
I just realized that the gym I go to skews old, and anything to do with mobile apps or tech is just like 40 and
You
down.
chose the wrong gym.
I mean, no, I didn't. It's just going to be different.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you can capture them, you can capture an audience.
Yeah. I mean, it's still broad enough, but yeah, there's a lot of old people.
All right. I'm out of here.
All right. Fuck it. Or get out of here. Jesse and I are going to talk. We don't need you, bro. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, you got to hit the end of the stream so I can tell you some cool shit.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Screw you, audience.